These are the directions of the chair. Number one, the committee takes note that the county government of Garissa on the second invitation is not prepared and has not complied with the directives of the Senate. The directives were clear that written responses and annexures be submitted 7 days before today. It is unfortunate that Garissa has walked in with those annexures. We have pronounced ourselves in the past. In the case of Wajir that did that, we reprimanded them and even slapped them with a fine. In the case of other counties like Bomet, like Kisumu, like Mombasa, we have also pronounced ourselves, and we intend to be consistent in terms of our directives. The governor has requested for another 1 month to put his house in order. We have attempted to indulge the governor to tell us the root cause of issues, and the governor said he has no problem. He has no problem with the past administration. He has matters in court, and that is not a problem, so he's able to get his documentation despite all those issues, the County Public Service Board. In that case, then even the 3 weeks proposed by Senator Cherargei will be too generous. We will be communicating a new date, which will be within 2 weeks from today, and not 1 month as requested, because we gave you an opportunity to explain to us why 1 month and not 1 week and not 2 weeks, and you have given us the comfort that you are in charge and capable of providing those documents. Number three, the issue of high wage bill in Garissa is something that we have taken judicial note of. The fiscal responsibility principles, number one, is on compensation of employees should not exceed 35%. You're at 53%. You must give us a comprehensive statement on what measures you have taken or intend to take to reduce it to 35%. Development should be 30%. In these financial statements, it's at 20%. You must also give us a comprehensive statement on how to ensure that wages, development, operations are in line with the whatever has been specified in the PFM. The next one, where you must also give us a comprehensive statement, is on pending bills and the practical measures that are being taken to reduce the pending bill of 887 million that were reported in this financial year. I'm sure it has grown, or maybe it has gone down. But because this is a problem with every transition, we want to understand whether you have settled the pending bills that you have inherited, and if not, what are the steps that you are taking to assure those who did legitimate work in Garissa that they will be paid. So that comprehensive statement should also include an aging of the pending bills that you have. Are they 365 days? Are they 90 days? So in addition to the response to the specific issues raised by the Auditor General, we need a comprehensive statement on fiscal responsibility principles and on pending bills. Finally, the question that we must ask ourselves is for us to spend 2 hours here and to have all these teams travel and incur expenses to come to Nairobi only for a meeting to be called off. Who then bears that cost? And in determining that question, we must ask ourselves whether your request today is out of contempt of Senate or it is a result of systemic challenges that you are facing, or whether it is a result of transition issues. Because we know that this was a period when you're not in office. I think having listened to the submissions of the senators and the praise from Senator Gataya, I would come to the conclusion that you have a number of systemic issues around HR, the issues of litigation that you are facing, the issues of transition. I would hesitate to conclude that you've been in contempt of the Senate. And in that case, then, we would then direct that all parties to bear their costs, and we will not go the way of imposing a fine to defray the cost of today's proceedings. So we shall communicate a date which will be within 2 weeks, and we will do a comprehensive statement on the areas that have been cited, and we hope that at our next meeting we will be able to do justice to the people of Garissa. Whatever has been tabled before the Senate in terms of written responses and annexures must therefore be withdrawn, so that at our next meeting we are looking at a more comprehensive set of responses. Governor?
Mine was just really concluding remarks, if you will allow me, Chair, unless there's somebody else who wants to go before me.
Yeah, so in your concluding remarks, it will let it not challenge the directives that have been given. Yeah.
All right, Chair, I wish to take this opportunity to thank you and the other colleague senators and the committee in general for that directive. We've taken that on board. Few of the issues that I think came up are interesting in their own. For instance, the issue of many new governors or returning governors like myself dealing with issues of HR. Chair, it's not by coincidence. There are a lot of issues, and that's why I really go back to my suggestion to Senator Chirake. It would make a lot of sense if, again, as part of your supported devolution, if you guys can come around and just, and I really appreciate if you Garissa County can be the first county for people to come and visit and see what we're talking about. In fact, I've asked my county secretary to share with you, if that's in order, the report that was done by the DPM relating to HR matters in Garissa County after we took over. If that's in order, we will submit that report as well, Chair. Chair, Senator Shelgay also said, for some of us, it's really not a question of anything but the need to leave behind a legacy. Because having come back, particularly for a case like myself, with a huge voter confidence, Chair, I want to go on record that I think I got probably the largest vote of all the governors in northern Kenya. All of them put together.
Governor, so I will stop you because having given the ruling, I think it will be dangerous to allow you to proceed the way you are proceeding. We have given you a new date in 2 weeks.
Just one point.
You will say all those things when you come back in 2 weeks' time.
So, but Chair, the point of HR and my invitation to the Senate, I hope that can be taken on board. As
but I've already directed that you provide a comprehensive statement on fiscal responsibility, on compliance with the fiscal responsibility principles, part of which includes human resource. So you will retreat with your team with the assistance of the Auditor General. When we meet in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm sure that part of your response will touch on that. I think we will run the risk of reopening a conversation that we've already had, and as you have seen, it